I don't know if my audio works. Can you tell me if you can hear me? Nice. Okay. Just trying to make a very streamy chart with this song. It's just gonna be straightforward. I figured I'd show like what I do. I use Arrow Vortex, it's really neat. I hope people can learn how to use this because it's super easy to create charts with this. That's how I make charts. This is how I make charts in like an hour after a song is released because this does most of the stuff. Um, I'll say for like the new song Domination from Umisi, that one I actually had to do some self, what do you call it, self syncing. That was kind of a trial. I need to face the left a little bit more. So like right here when I'm doing with the streams, I'll let you know. I learned this from my good friend Seth, or Happy Feet. He taught me about moving the player from left to right in like a figure eight sort of pattern so that the chart is very smooth and then it's not very one-sided. A lot of players or a lot of charters have issues with like recognizing that, so most of the arrows will be facing like one direction and you're facing in one side. But if you do that figure eight sort of pattern, it makes it a lot more smoother for like streams, especially for a chart like this. It's gonna make them more comfortable like playing in a kind of circular motion. Hey, a 9 Kyline 194. Let's see. This program's called Arrow Vortex, by the way. It's very helpful for making charts. You just literally need an audio file and it does everything for you. It'll make the chart, or it'll make the step file. It can synchronize the BPM. It can convert it to OGG, which is more comfortable for Stepmania to use. Because if you use MP3s, if you try to like edit files in Stepmania with the MP3, I don't know the exact reason, but the software doesn't like, it's not accurate when you're using the editor. So using OGG files is a lot better. I'll always convert my OGG or my MP3 into an OGG file. Yeah, the side to side thing. And in here you can do adjust sync. Literally just find the BPM. It finds the BPM for you, 138, and then it does the offset for you. It's more comfortable like this. I could do it myself, but I just prefer to do this. It's more quick and it's usually on point. There are some times when I do argue with it though, where it doesn't feel as good. I'm trying to find an example really quick. I can't remember. Oh, I was gonna say, like for RIP, for Callie's very first song, that one I self-synced because this program, Vera Vortex, it was very weird. Like, I don't know why the sync for it was awful, but that one I had to do manually. Clap on. Oh, is it? I can turn it up. I had to decrease it because I didn't want to blow out people's ears. If I put it here, you know what that is. Because for me, that's kind of loud. And on OBS, it's kind of showing that it's like a little loud. Let me move OBS over. It's like almost peaking on OBS for me. Okay, let me Yeah, all the charts I make are for pad play. I don't make like keyboard play charts. I've played all of these myself. I test them out, I like them, and then I put them out there. Also, I'm realizing I have no... Oh, it's so one-sided. What the hell did I do? You can see on the right side, kind of like on this bar over here, you can see all the 16th notes are on the right side. I get it. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Can I make it? No, they have to be on the right side. 'Cause no matter how you turn, the only way I would put the yellow notes on the left side would be if I do a crossover at this point. But it's fine. Do I want to keep going? Hold on. What if I... Hmm. It is loud? I thought you said it was lower earlier. Let's see. Game audio is loud. Yeah, I have to open the volume mixer and decrease it. If I put it down to here, how's that? Let me try it again. I gotta decide if I want to make this whole chart just non-stop stream or just kind of break it up and do different parts of it. I do have the video with it, but on this editor, it doesn't play the video in the background. I can only play test it with the video on Stepmania. So sometimes a video might have like indicators for like an arrow placement, like that one 16 chart that I charted by Ayame. That really fun one. I love that one. But there's a part in the video where there's like in the background it says it has 3 down arrows. It goes like down, down, down. So on purpose, because of that video, I put down, 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 down on the chart. So like I have to remember the video at like signal points. That's when I play test it and I change things here and there and I tweak things. You should see some of the stuff I do before I officially release it. Yeah, that one. Goodbye, Sengen. Also, you can slow down. Look, you can slow down the BPM. In case you need to like find your sync. I love this editor. I think I'll... Nah, that doesn't call for a freezer. I'll just go right here. Flipping your screen. Are you like play testing it as I'm doing it? Hold on, I want to listen to this. I'm gonna give this... These are the points, like when you're making a chart, you have to decide if you're going to commit to just like streams or like, well, this song calls and it's begging for a stream because it's trance. Trance songs are very streamy. Oh, up scroll. Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, for reverse. There was a comment a long time in like one of the videos that said, I'm pretty sure it... I felt like a lot of it had to do with Gura when she played Friday Night Funkin' and she did reverse play and like it just opened a lot of people's worlds. I felt like because of that, that I had to start making charts with two sides, one up and one down. So I felt like inclined to do those recordings because of people's influences from, I think, from that video, or maybe just people are more comfortable playing reverse. One of Japan's top players for DDR plays reverse. His name is Brosoni or Oshima. He's a super cool dude, but he is one of the world's best, and he plays on reverse. He's like top three, I'd say, in the world. I kind of want to make this whole chart just stream. Just a long, streamy song. It is 138 BPM, so I feel like it's not too bad. It's very comfortable for like stamina beginners. Um, these are the things you have to decide if you want to make it full stream or break it up. You said up scroll versus down scroll on keyboard. I don't know. I can do both. Yeah, for this song, I feel like I should make it all just stream. It's trance. Like, when you look at ITG songs, almost all of them are just streams. I feel like I have to make it stream. As much as I want to make it like a very comfortable DDR chart, I feel like I have to commit to the stream. It's just 3 minutes, almost non-stop, which isn't bad, but hey guys. This would be a good one, yeah. I guess I'll make it full stream. There is a part right here that gets a little bit of Sometimes I'll put like an arrow as an indicator where I know the stream is gonna break. Like here at the on the right side, you can see how much you have to stream. You have to stream for, where does it start at? This starts at the 15-second mark down at the bottom. Oh, is it? Okay. How do I fix that on? Oh, I wonder if I do this. Turn down the decibel a little bit. How's that? Is that a bit better? Maybe if I turn it down to here? Yeah, Necro, I watched your video that you played all my charts that one time, like a few months ago. I have so much stuff. I wanted to always say this to everybody, that I always wanted to play like I always wanted to make I wanted to make easier charts because I only focus on the hard stuff, right? I only focus on the expert charts. But I was, if you look at my song pack 1, I was doing all the difficulties, but that is so much work. It takes so much time, and I barely have time to like do this stuff. I have to commit because I have so many interests. I have a full-time job. I play actual like DDR at the arcade, so I have to go out there and play. I play a lot of Destiny 2, so that takes a lot of my time. I'm like a high-end player, so like I do like all the end game activity, and that takes a ton of time to do. Other games I like playing console games like No More Heroes 3. I still haven't beaten that because like I am not giving myself time. So that's why sometimes like I only have like I try to commit to making a song the moment it's released. Da-da-da-da. Charting multiple difficulties. So yeah, as you guys can see, like when a new song releases, you know how I release it like that, like super fast. That's usually me like making the file, pulling the video, synchronizing everything, and like finishing it and editing it and final like adding final touches and then recording it. Usually about 2 hours for like a 4-minute song. Um, and then once that's all set up, then I make the charts, the other easy charts. Those take less time, usually like an hour per. So in the end, if I were to fully commit time, it would take like 5 to 6 hours to fully chart an entire one song. That's a lot of time. And that's why I kind of like gave up a little bit. Um, in my song pack too, I did Envy Baby with Estelle and Ollie. That one I actually did the easier song because I wanted to do a hard, or the easier difficulties because I wanted to do a hard version for Callie's version. Oh yeah, Blue Clapper. Did you know that I actually added an extra difficulty to Blue Clapper if you've never played that? So I added like beginner, easy, medium, hard, expert, and then I actually added an extra difficulty, which is the 17. And that one I added like way more stuff in there and it's like very tricky. I love that one actually. But this chart I feel like would be like a DDR since it's stream and it's 140. Yeah, no, the extra difficulties on my the Mega Drive in my files, it should be in there. I think I've updated it. Yeah, if you look at it. Uh, Let me save this real quick. I'll open the file. Hololive songs pack 1 Blue Clapper. So take a look. Let's see. Charts, chart list. See? You can see the charts. So it's easy, medium, hard, challenge, and then I made an expert chart with like 200 more arrows in it. I only did it to this one. This is the only chart that I did this to. Because the 16 felt very, I honestly felt like it was very like amateurs for me. So when I did the 17, I was like, I'm gonna make this balls to the wall harder. And I just added more arrows to parts, changed some changed some parts. And in the end, I felt like it was a 17. So I believe you guys, if you look on the right side, you can see on the right side, right? uh, well, you can only get better if you play hard stuff, right? Like, there's no way to it. There's no easy way. You can slow it down. Um, and there's like jokes about like if you can play it slow, you can play it faster. If you can play it faster, you can do it even faster and things like that. Yeah, if you want to use all my charts, go for it. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's not frustrating. Like, I've played DDR since I was like a young teenager. So I was about like 12. Believe it or not, I'm 31 now, so it's been almost 20 years. Um, just playing and stuff on Stepmania and. Oh right, so I was pointing out the right side here real quick. On the right side, you can see the density of the arrows and like the whole chart as I scroll through the whole thing. Blah 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 blah. And then if I switch to the 17, watch how it changes. Boom. You can see how much more I added to it. It makes it a lot more dense. You can see if I switch back and forth. And then, if you look at this funny section right here, I completely flipped this around, if you didn't notice. I actually reversed the pattern, so watch. See how all the yellows are on the right side? I mirrored the arrows, so then now they're on the left side. So that's a challenge, and then edit. It flips. It looks so funny. I can actually show you right here as well. So if I play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it. And then if I put on the 17 stream, so if you look here, it starts on the right foot. Did it, did it, did it, did it, did it. So right foot on this arrow, and on the challenge, it flips the other way. Now it's on your left foot. Did it, did it, did it, did it, did it, did it. And then you flip around to the stream. Challenge. It looks the same, but I believe it's like going in a different pattern. Oh no, it's doing the same thing kind of. It's just starting at a different point. I wonder if that was a mistake. Oh well, whatever. It's fun regardless. Patterns do I follow? Patterns that I follow, like, I kind of just go with the feel for it. I was explaining earlier, always try to make your players move in a figure 8 sort of pattern so that it's very smooth to play. If you have players focusing on one direction, you'll notice like maybe your arm might hurt a long time or like hurt a lot on one side if you're like focusing on one side. A lot of players struggle with that, like having the person who's gonna play a chart, you know, rotate and move back and forth very smoothly. Oh yeah, the way I place mines, I usually place mines for a reason. Every single mine that I place, I do it for one reason or another. If you look at, like, for example, I was telling this to my other friend a few hours ago when I did the bully song. I forgot the kanji for it. Callie's, sorry, no, not the bully, the live streamer song. This one. Every single mine that I put in this song, goes with like the chime in the background. Let me try to find. So you see how this random mine is here? It's because of the chime in the background. Watch that ching ching ching. I always put mines for a reason. Like they're kind of there to be tricky and throw you off, but they're there for a reason. And I try to place mines in a way where it doesn't completely screw you over, or I try not to make it feel unfair. That's one thing you got to focus on. Um, it depends though. Like for the song that I just made, which was, or not the song, sorry, the chart that I made for Domination. Remember Gura's freaking this part right here? I wanted it to feel like it was like actually like like as you're trying to hit it. So I kind of did that intentionally.
Eat shrimp. We eat every shrimp on the earth. Oh, mic's on.
I try to make it tricky to hit on purpose. That's why I put those mines there. Make it a little bit unfair, but like, just try to test your reaction speed to that. On my YouTube page, every single video has the chart link in them. So it'll take you to the folder that has all of my folders with all the packs.
Eat shrimp. We eat every shrimp on the earth. Oh, mic's on.
You have no idea how many times I had to slow this song down and find the timing for weird parts. A lot of it felt like unsynced. It was very weird. Camellia songs are always like, ugh. This thing put the offset at -221, and I try to argue with that a little bit, and the initial BPM at 171.98. So there's times when I put it at 172, I flex it to 173 to resync the song because it'd go off a little bit, and then bring it back down to 172. Like there's one part, try to find it. This is 172. There's a part where I did 173 instead. So look right here. This is at 172 because it was on sync. And then down here, I put it at 171.98 because that felt more on sync than 172. Figuring out this stuff is a pain. And the way I do that is slow it down. So I'll put it down to like 20% speed. It's kind of weird. Like you gotta kind of try to understand it. No. Eh. And then like the faster you go, you try to listen to it more. So I do a lot of slowing down and speeding up to see how the sync feels for different songs. This one I had to do that a lot. Um, it wore me out when it first came out because, by the way, I would have put this song out sooner, but this song literally released as I wanted to go to bed. I go to bed at like 8 a.m., which is exactly when this released. So to try to put it out in time, like, or the time that I wanted to, it was taking all my sleep away, and I was so tired. I got about like halfway before I called it, and I just went to bed and I woke up and did the rest. Because it was so frustrating to try to fix the BPMs and stuff. I was like so exhausted. Chameleon rhythms are always so freaking. Yeah, they do that. I really want to find that part with the 173 part I was mentioning. Let me scroll down a little bit. By the way, you can use your scroll wheel on this. It's pretty helpful. This part was weird. There are BPM, like, you have to understand BPM, um, like consistently. I guess the increments in BPM and keeping it on sync. So the song is 171 BPM, right? Oh yeah, unison. I'll explain that one because that one was weird. I had to make decisions on that one. Like when that quiet part, right, with the bubbles, I had to decide how I wanted to make the little it. I'll explain that in a second. This song is 171, and then I slowed it down to 150, and then I slowed it down to 128.25 on the 16th note, not the quarter note, and then down here it finally fell on sync down to 85.5, which is what I wanted it to be. I wanted the slowdown to be 85.5, so you have to figure out how to adjust the sync and the BPM up here to fall to where you want it to fall right here. So I had to mess with this back and forth to try to figure out where I wanted to place this slowdown. Because I wanted to slow down twice from the 171, so one, two, there. Yeah, and then it goes back. This is the part. I put this on 173 because it was on sync. And then after 8 measures, I felt like that corrected the BPM, so I dropped it back down to 172 right here. And then the rest of it felt pretty good on sync. So this is something called BPM drift. I actually wanted to chart a song by Azuki, but that song with Lapis or Lapix, whatever you want to pronounce his name, it had heavy BPM drift, and I really didn't want to feel like going through and adjusting the BPM throughout the song over and over and over. Because there is like a one part of the song where it slows down a bit. The stop motion. I call those gimmicks. You mean like when I do those snaps? Continuous stream chart. It's I know I was talking about all this stuff because you guys are asking me. I'll explain unison then. So unison, before I go back to making the Miko song. Unison. Oh, this thing. So you hear that little, that little like, a little. I did it with the. You hear that little bzz sound. That's why I put that there. You hear that like. It's very subtle. That's why I uploaded the chart without the clap, because you wouldn't know why the hell I put that there unless you heard that like bzz in the actual song. So I was going with a little like I was going with that sound in the background for that part. So you're wondering about this, how I was doing this rhythm, right? I was going with my own personal feel on how it complemented the music and didn't feel off. It might feel different to some people, but that happens all the time in DDR. The DDR artists who make the charts for the songs, the official songs, it feels off to some players, but then the more you play it, the more it just becomes part of the song, and you know it. They'll always throw in their own like kind of rhythms. It's what drummers do all the time. Drummers will put their own like touch on it. You've heard 8-Bit Drummer and how he does his own takes on all the Hololive songs. It's the same kind of concept. So I kind of threw in my own rhythm here to complement the music and her singing at this like beginning part. So you kind of just got to make your own decisions. Thanks, Necrokun. Yeah, it kind of felt a little natural to me. Sometimes I replay parts over and over to decide if it feels natural or if it feels like, am I just over. It's something that people say overcharting. Are you putting too much in this section? Should you pull it back and like make it a little less? And I've seen that in some songs that I put out, or some charts that I put out, where I felt like I overcharted that, and I probably should have like taken some 16th out of a measure. I think in that 8-bit Red Heart song that I put out with Hachima. By the way, anytime you want to make something with like fan creations, make sure you always ask for permission from the people who created it. I go to Twitter and I DM them for permission to use their video and their song when I make these charts before I upload the video and share it with people. I always ask for permissions. Sometimes you'll see me put a file in the folder, like source and credits. I do that for that reason. So I wanted to talk about the bubble part right here. So you hear a lot of like background kind of play and touch like music, like kind of instrumental sounds. No, I felt like Ren King was appropriate. Like, I feel like that one was appropriate. There were parts where I kind of felt like it might have been overkill, but you know what? It went with the feel for the song. Red Shift's remix of that was incredible, and I just had to make it like a hard stream fast 180 BPM song for that. I don't know why that one blew up so much, but probably because I released it like an hour after she made the song. I did that one super fast. Uh, So here, when you make charts, by the way, I'm going to teach you this right now. Um, you have to be mindful because I make these with the intention that it's going to be a foot player, like a pad player. So pad players aren't going to hear all the tiny little tits and bits and like little sounds and like play in the background. So you have to really try to emphasize the parts that actually do make like an impression like from your speakers versus headphones. Because in headphones you can hear everything. On speakers, when you're slapping the arrows with your shoes, you can't hear all those small notes and things and like instruments. So you have to really play with the instruments that actually do stand out. So right here, this is exactly what I was talking about right here. In the background you hear like all those like sounds, but I only did the ones that were like loud. And a trick that I used was I took off my headphones to hear which little ticks were louder. See, like there, those were louder than the other ones. So yeah, that's why I did those parts for that reason. So back to Miku's song. I think I'm gonna do this for a couple measures before I break off into the crazy streams like this. So right now the player is facing left. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. At that point they're facing the left side. Yeah, the speaker versus headphone thing. Keep that in mind. Sometimes I make charts with my speakers for that reason versus headphones. But since this is such a trance and like easy song to understand, like I don't need to take off my headphones. Like this is very straightforward. So left side, left, right, left, and I'm gonna make them go right here. But I don't want it to repeat over and over. Because look, I already did this, and I did this section right here. I don't want this section to repeat over here, just so that it doesn't feel like copy and paste. You kind of want to throw in mix-ups. If you want to make it copy and paste, you can. But I kind of like to just go make them flow in that figure 8 motion I was mentioning before. Yeah, chartings can take a lot of thought. Everything I'm saying is everything that I've learned and was taught from my friend Seth, or Happy Feets, if you guys know him. Um, well, not everything. He just gave me some helpful tips. The figure 8 thing was his tip to me. I asked him for advice when I made these charts. I said, "How do these feel?" And he says that they're pretty good. Nothing feels like bullshit. Like it's all very like straightforward and pretty solid stuff. So I'm happy with what I've made if I can get his like praise. And he's pretty strict too. I tell him to like give it to me, like just tell me straight up if it's like shitty or not. Yeah, he just moved, and he moved about like 20 minutes away from me. So I'm gonna see him a lot more now, and his daughter, and hang out with them. We're gonna be playing at Round 1 Temecula probably more often together. In SoCal. Okay, let's see how this feels. Turn, 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 turn. Yeah, so if you're following it, you see how I'm trying to make you like rotate back and forth, back and forth. Seth has done a lot. See how that feels. Sometimes I'll just put a bunch of arrows and like kind of feel it. That's what you're gonna see me do this a lot. You'll see me put arrows, go back, see how it feels, go back and over, and this is just kind of how I create. Make them as I go along, and if I feel like a certain section is calling for me to make arrows in a specific way, then I'll redo that section. All right, here. This is perfect. Hold on a second. Let me redo this. Let me replay this. Right now I'm kind of playing with my hands in the air to see how it feels. I think I'll do a 30-second burst. Nope, not a 30-second. 24th. Maybe I should do... Maybe I should do 32nd to 16th. See, this is when I slow it down, because I want to hit that like. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's pretty rough. I'm getting messaged. Hang on a second. What's going on? Okay. Okay, so. But is that gonna be fair? Oh, okay. I'm gonna do this instead. That should. It's gonna flow, so you go down into the down left arrow and then. I actually did this with Crispy Fry Party. Oh wait, wrong here. I want to do this one. So that it's always gonna be left, right, left, right, left, right. So right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Never try to never do a double step during a stream. That is pretty bad practice unless there is a specific reason for it. Oh, what time is it right now? It's 5:55 a.m. Okay. By the way, I am a night shift guy, so I go to sleep around like 8 a.m. like I was saying earlier. Really? Been telling people? As long as more people, enjoy the Hololive charts and more people join in, like I try to encourage people. There was actually another YouTuber called Ross West, I think, and he made a VTuber pad or community pack with some other Stepchart artists like Keckle and G-Pop, I think his name is. There's some pretty good charters in there. Some pretty good charts. I played a lot of them. They released their pack on Reddit. You can find it on there, or if you search it up on YouTube, I think it's called VTuber Pad Pack. I think. Um, yeah, look up their pack. It's pretty good. It has a lot of good songs. It's not just Hololive, but it's also VTubers. A skin maker. Oh, yes, making skins. I kind of just like the Simply Love thing. I just like how it's simple and very straightforward. I used to be a fan of like those crazy kind of cyber ones when I was younger. But now I just like the simplicity of like Simply Love. Um, Making pads. I actually have a Stint Mini X pad, so that's how I'm able to like play my charts pretty well. Oops. Okay, let's see how this sounds. I play Stint Mini and other kinds of rhythm games, but you're broke. Yeah. Um, some people go to like measures of just buying PCP pipe and like welding it to like a wooden platform and just playing in the room. I know people have done that, and the end it like help. They just like it, like they'd like draw the arrows on the wood and then they just play like that. Like if you have to do what you gotta do, just go with it and um, play how you want to play. Maybe you can play with your feet underneath the desk and stuff. I've done that sometimes, just kind of shuffling my feet, imagining how I'd feel like when I'm playing it. Oh, let me get this. Let me feel this. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. Well, whatever. As long as you understand this. Wait. I want to keep them facing to the right. So right now, this whole section is from right here to down here. They're facing the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 measures. I feel like it's a little too long. Try to move them back and forth within every 4 measures. So that's slowly like moving them left and right. And right now I'm just gonna move them back, and then back again, and then back again, and then back again. Maybe I should do a little bit of this. Try to mix it up. Never try to be... Make sure you're not too stale and like using the same patterns. Da, da, da. Oops. Actually, that could work. Let me try that out. I think I might go. Watch, like if I just kind of do this, you'll understand what I was trying to do right there. See? And then I think after that, it's just all stream. Okay, let me go back. Make sure that from right here. Having a hard time deciding how I want to do this. The break part? What do you mean on doubles? You mean like at this point right here? At measure 41? Oops. I like to do this a lot with the bottom corner, the bottom right, top left, and then I'll shift over to top right, and then I'll go back to like bottom left or something. See right here? This has you at the bottom right, this has you at the top left, this has you at the top right, and this has you at the bottom left. So you're kind of like going back and forth across your pad. Normally it would be like this, because it's like right, left, right, left. Get it? Bottom right, bottom left, top right, top left. I wonder if that felt appropriate. This song? Yeah, it's just kind of repetitive. I mean, it's a trance song. Trance songs are always like this. They're nice and they're just fun to listen to, and you just sit back and relax to them. I wonder if I like that. Hold on, I'm trying to use my brain here. This side, that side, that side, Oh, okay, I see. There we go. Yeah, this is it. These are trance songs. You just slap arrows until you kind of feel it. Ultimately, what I'm gonna do is just kind of place them in a way that feels nice, and then I'm gonna play test it, mark areas that I don't feel like are good enough, and readjust it so that it has like a better kind of smooth to it with the patterns. And no patterns. I don't want like there's some certain rules you try to follow, such as candles. You don't want to abuse candles too much. Maybe if the song makes sense. It is 140 BPM, so it's a little more forgiving because it's a much slower BPM. But at like at 180 plus, you try to avoid doing this because that hurts your legs. It's going like up and down like that real fast. And crossovers too, unless you're a psychopath and you really like freaking healing division or like hyper twist. Not really. I don't feel like I ran into the issue about running into similar charts like others. I try to make them have their own feel, have their own identity along with the music. So like right there, maybe what I did there could have been a little appropriate, but if I do it on a different step. Hang on a second, let me see how I want to do this. Where's the little da, 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 da. I think I know how I do that. Twist and Pump It Up are more comfortable to do than DDR because of the way the 5 panels are versus 4 panels. In 5 panels, doing twists and turns are a lot more comfortable, but in DDR, it's just like a 90-degree turn. 90 degrees are pretty painful, just like you're whipping. But in Pump It Up, it's like I think a 45 angle instead. So it's a very more like smooth to do those turns and things. Hold on a second. How do I want to do that? How do I want to do this? Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I guess that'll be. That feels so weird right there. I don't like that. Hold on, hold on. I need to. I don't like this right here. Da, 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 da. I think I have to just do this and then. I'm gonna make that. This is a very twisty pattern right here, what I put. I don't remember what they call these in DDR. but it's like going into a stair, into like the reverse stair. It's like going right, left, right, left. This is the definition of a figure eight right here, is this pattern. So your body's going this way, and then you turn that way, and then you go back the other way, you go back the other way, and then you go back the other way. So watch if you're trying to, like, try to play from like right here. That's the figure eight right there. Da, da, da. This will give you like a relaxing little break after that. Was it 40 measure run? It's about a 30 measure run actually. It's not bad. See, I didn't like that transition. I might change that. This feels very sloppy now. I think I'm gonna clean it up later. I don't have all the ITG notations like memorized off the top of my head, but if you mention it to me, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that one." I can't even think of any off the top of my head right now. You mean like, oh, I know what you mean. Okay, yeah, I know what you mean. Like I don't know them all. I know there's so many small notations and things. I never really bothered learning them. I kind of just make charting off of how I feel would be smooth and not too. I know they have rules and stuff. They have all these strict rules in place um, to make it like more comfortable for players to, you know, play according to like those kind of like established community ITG rules and stuff. Yeah, like those terms I don't remember like all those like FSS's job or like I don't remember them all. I know they have the notations like in those like charts on Stepmania or ITG when you like are looking at the song and you see like how many measures are in here or how many stream runs are in this part or whatever. Like I don't have those all memorized because I'm not an ITG player really. I'm more of a DDR player. Oops. I'm just putting arrows here so I know what the. Oh. Okay, I think I'm gonna. This ends with you facing to the right. And then it's a reset. Should I? Da, da, da. Hold on a second. Da, da, da. Was that a da da da? Yeah. So, da, da, da. No, oh. Yeah, I'll do this. Oh, no. I wonder if I should do holds for her. You try not to overhold either, unless it's like very clear that they should be holds. Or preference. Like I could make all these holds as she's talking or singing, but wait. Oh, I didn't hear that. Da 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 da. And a little mini candle. I don't feel like I should put holds for his singing, just because, like, sort of like a why, I guess. I don't know. I don't like too much clutter in my stuff, so just make it a little easier for you to relax and just hit them without worrying too much. Oops. Ooh. Oops. Here we go. This is where I want to decide. I have to make a decision. Do I want to follow the eighth notes, or do I want to follow that drum like da da da, da or like that weird breakup in the background? I feel like I should just go with the eighth string or the little eighth notes right there the whole time. Or maybe I can switch it up back and forth. You could play with it, you know, switch back and forth. That's another thing when you're making charts, by the way, is you need to decide if you're going to commit to the instrumental or the vocals. There are times when you can like smoothly transition back and forth because the way they made the song does that. But there are times when it's like the instrumentals are a lot tougher and you want to make the song tougher and follow that, or do you just want to follow the vocals and have it more casual, you know, and more just laid back? Like, how do you want to make it, you know? In the end, it's like up to how you want to make your charts. And then I just make the decision like, am I committing to make this chart difficult, or am I committing to make it like fun and enjoyable for everybody who wants to try it out? Wait. Yeah, you could include it all, like, if you're just gonna go balls to the wall and like hit every single note that's in there. listen to this again. Oops, sorry. See, watch how I did this part right here. I can hear it in my head. You might see what I did right there. Mod charts? What do you mean mod charts? Oh, I know what you mean. See right there, I kind of did like a little play with the instrumental and her voice, with a little da 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 da. So watch right here. Vocals, drums, and vocals. Delayed notes. Half a note before a hold? What do you mean, like? I don't know what you're talking about. A half note before a hold? Oops. I don't know what a delayed note is. I don't know what that means. Oops. Can you tell me how to do that? Like you're talking about, what's a delayed note? I've never heard of that before. Like, you can tell me what to do. Do I like kind of just do this? Like, this is what I see. A half note before a hold. This? What do you mean? What is a half note before a hold? Like, are you talking about like this? Try left single tap. I think I know what you mean. I think I did that on the Umisi song, didn't I? On Domination? Like single tap and then half a second you put in a hold on another button. Coincidentally. Da, 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 da. Hmm. Let me see if something on YouTube tells me. Stepmania delayed. No. I'm gonna have to Google this then. Stepmania delayed? No. Delay in game? That's something else. Timing problem. All I'm running into are like timing and like improper syncing things. Note and timing gimmicks. Add a delay for the length. Okay, here we go. This is probably what you're talking about. Let's see. Stutter gimmick. Add a delay for the length of time until the next note. You mean a stutter? Is that what you're talking about? The stuff that I put in my charts all the time? So a 16th note. Oh wait, you mean 1/8 of a note? That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like a 48th? Like this beast? That's like I don't know what you're talking about. A 64th? Like that? Like what would be the point of that? I thought for a second you were talking about like what I do in my charts all the time, like if I were to do this, like this. Dun -dun. Oh, you mean just like a I don't know. I feel like it's more like ITG's type stuff. That like quick slap. I get what you mean because I think I have seen that before, but I don't think I'm a fan of that, honestly. Um, I like my stuff to be just clean. Oh, what the hell? Where'd the... Why is it... Why are you freaking out on me? Why is it not going away? That was weird. I don't know why that happened. Okay, let's see. I want to listen to this part again. But yeah, I know what you mean now. Like a... I think that's more for like the technical players, what you're describing. Because I haven't messed with like ECFA and like the technical charts or anything. I've never touched those charts at all. It's like a whole different statement that you have to install for that. Just trying to listen to where I'm gonna go. Da, da, da. I think I'm gonna stop at that. Da, da. Oops. Wait. Da, 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 da. Just putting placeholders for now. Okay. Now, do I want to do a pause here? Nah, I shouldn't. I should keep it straightforward. You could do gallops on like an expert chart, but the challenge is streams like it has to be very trans streamy. Alright, I'll see you later. 9 Kyle Leon 194. Yeah, so use what you learn and try to make a chart. Just remember figure 8 pattern. That's my favorite tip. I think right here I'm gonna do triples. I'll fix this later. I'm just putting it right now to see how it feels, or see how it sounds. I think I'm gonna like See, this is when I start playing with my own like rhythm input to complement like what the beat is doing, and decide if I want to just do triples or like add a little fun like like, you know, you just play along with it. But make sure it's consistent. So right here, it's obviously going to be a stream. And that's the end of the song. So, typical trance song, you get like all streams and you get your break, and then you go back into the stream for the rest of the song. So this is about from measure 10 to 40. Okay, 9 to 41. So what is that? That's like 32 measures. And then from 77 to 108. Yeah, it's like another 30 measures right here. And then over here it's like and you play around until you get to like right here. It's just gonna be non-stop stream until the end. I'm gonna probably fit that in. So what is that? That is a 124 to 117. I can't math. That's literally just 17, isn't it? No, that's 7. What am I, stupid? Wait. That's 124? That's only 7 measures? Felt way longer than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. So let me fill in the streams, baby. Did I just do that? Yeah, I did. Okay, let's see how that feels. See how that feels all the way through. Right now I'm kind of just feeling it out. see that again. Yeah, variation on stream songs. It's just you can choose to do like fun back and forth patterns. Um, then there is a thing that I kind of call like the 3 and 4 rule. It's if you go into a fourth repetitive, like 1, 2, 3, 4, then you kind of have to keep following that so that it's smooth. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you just stay to threes only, and then you go like all over the place with that. Fours are a lot more easier to play because it's kind of like a little more comfortable. I felt like I should have done that more with this chart. So when I go back and I play test this, I'm gonna mark areas where I'm gonna feel like some areas should be more runs, like like just back and forth, versus like an actual like ITGS type stream. So let me see this part again, this whole part. See right there, what I want to do, I want to kind of do the fourth, I want to do like the runs with her every word that she says. Da 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 da. So it'll be like da 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 da. With every word, it'll have you like shift. So I feel like that would play with the song a little bit better if I do that. I might do a candle right there. Sounds mean. I'll see you later. I'm gonna finish this chart and then end the stream, and I'm gonna finalize it and touch it up and then upload it. So it should be up in about, I want to say, maybe an hour from now. It should be up fully. Alright, put it up once it's done. I'm gonna finish this up here and hit the end before I hit the end button. Yep. See you later. Oops. Wait a second. How does that feel? Oops, I should probably do like that. Man. Wait a second. What? Oh, I see. What the heck? I see. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. I'm gonna go play test this and yeah. So I'll be uploading this file in about an hour from now. Thanks if you watched. I might do this again sometime. It was fun. Hopefully I can teach more people next time.